Well, hello there, heavies. I am Mark Mallow, and I will be your dungeon master for this series, where a bunch of weirdos do odd jobs for wealth, fame, and blood. This is our little game that we play when not everyone can make it to the main podcast recording. So the characters and cast are a bit fluid here, but the story is what matters, not the characters or cast, right? Anyhow, for this evening's recording, the cast and characters are as follows. Thomas Davis.
I'm not a bit fluid. You're a bit fluid. I'm playing Bryzel, a variant human wizard. I am just extremely straight-laced human, reasonably good taste in cloaks, and I know spells all the way from comprehend languages to detect magic and nothing in between.
Excellent. Keith Mallow.
Hi, my character is Bucket Straw Hat. I've been reincarnated as a Drider. I'm lawful evil, and I'm a life cleric.
Great. And finally, Sullivan Mallow.
Hey, I am playing Gav the Slasher. You know, I go here and there. Doesn't really matter. I like to slash things. Sometimes I don't have to, but usually I try to anyways. I'll slash you if I can, but don't worry if I don't.
Awesome. So let's get started on this new adventure. One hot summer in Itching Down, 4 million wasps flew into town. They drove the picnickers away. They chased the farmers from their hay. They stung Lord Swell on his fat bald pate. They dived and hummed and buzzed. Wait, this isn't it. Hold on. I think it's some kid's book or something. All right. Oh, here we go.
Common mistake.
Yeah. Happens all the time. Kids' books and D&D books look the same. All right, we're going to start this off as if it was a movie that we're watching. The camera is high above the surface of the planet, seemingly flying through clouds. Each cloud contains an opening credit on it. As the camera moves through these credits and clouds, they dissipate quite artistically. After the director is shown, the camera begins to descend rapidly. It comes out of the cloud base and flies over land, past vast swaths of forests, over a lake, and then some rolling hills, and a large valley before coming to a long road that heads southwest. The camera follows this road through a village known as Amphale, and then continues down this road and enters a very large city known as Waterdeep. The camera flies down the main road of Waterdeep, over horses pulling carts, street vendors, and people walking. It takes a left down a side road and then a right down an alleyway. It passes just above the heads of well-dressed men being assassinated by rogues. Pretty gruesome. The camera is focused on that scene as it continues to fly down this alleyway. The camera comes to an abrupt halt with a bit of a jitter. The camera looks at what it just ran into, and it seems to be a tall steeple of some church or temple. The camera looks around to get its bearings and then heads off to the street to the north. It makes another right onto a street that climbs a hill, and at the top of that hill, the road comes to a dead end. There's a low wall to the right of the camera's view and a building to the left. The camera turns to look at the building on its left, and we see that it is a bakery. The camera moves towards the bakery and then focuses on a poster in the front window that depicts a witch and a cat riding on a broom with the words Kiki's. Oh shit, wait, now that's copyright material. The camera backs away from this bakery, snapping its head left and right, making sure no one saw this. It continues backing away until suddenly the view pitches skyward as the camera stumbles over a low wall and begins to fall. Abruptly, the fall ends with a sickening crunch, as if some small bones have been broken on the camera's body. An audible groan is heard as the camera picks itself up off the ground, dusts itself off, straightens its tie, and then looks around. In front of the camera is a building. Now, what does this building look like?
We see in front of us a somewhat dilapidated merchant shop of some kind. As we get a little closer, we see somewhat blear-paned windows, flaking avocado green paint. We see darkness inside where we would expect to see goods for sale. And what are those hooks hanging from the shadows from the ceiling? Taking a step back, we realize this is a butcher's shop and, in fact, an abattoir, but it hasn't been used for that for a long time. We would expect to smell fresh meat in that case, and all we smell from this is bleach. Or wait a minute, maybe there's some spoiled meat underneath there as well. And then in extremely creative orange, red, and yellow outlined letters painted across the top, we see the Question Corporation, which really doesn't answer anything.
Excellent. So the camera moves towards the front door of this place and opens it. What happens?
What can I do you for?
A broad threshold made of heavy granite scrapes underfoot, then a large flagstone, which settles slightly with a somewhat disheartening sound. A moan.
The camera enters into the front of this building and sees what appears to be a butcher shop.
In front of us is a broad glass counter with a smooth countertop, still showing its polish even after years of disuse. The glass itself, though, has not been used for display. We hope there's nothing behind there, although the smell makes us think there might be some flecks of as yet unclaimed meat. Effort to clean with bleach is obvious everywhere except for the corners and edges, where it seems no one has had time to be thorough. And the back of the glass has been turned into a lovely, sunny mural of, what is this? A gamboling dog? A merry mastiff running across green fields? It's all out of place.
Excellent. That's not crazy at all. We then switch from this first-person camera to a stationary third person that is taking in this whole scene. This angle reveals that the original camera was from the point of view of a winged beast. It is wearing a three-piece suit with a rainbow tie. Its body, the parts that you can see, appear to be covered in thick midnight blue fur with a slight shimmer to it. This beast is bipedal, but small bat-like wings protrude from its back. The left one looks a little broken. It speaks. Hello?
Hey, welcome to the Question Corporation. You got a mystery, you got a question, you got a riddle, come to us and we'll solve it. Hey, I'm Cobb.
Oh, good, because that was my first question.
So do you have one of those aforementioned questions, riddles, or mysteries, or you just trying to start up a chat?
Oh, no, yes. Let me introduce myself. I am Blaus Fell, and I have been sent to you by Lord Victor von Hausjager from the domain of Mordant and the township of Blair's Bay with a very important request for assistance from your highly skilled team.
A lord has heard of us?
Oh, yes. Many have heard of you.
What? We haven't done anything yet. We solved one mystery, and no one hired us for it.
No, there's been adverts all over Mordant about Question Corporation. You can't miss them. Mordant is very gray, yet your adverts are very, very colorful.
Great job on the marketing campaign, Bucket.
Hey, no problem.
Oh, my goodness. It's true. You have a drider amongst you.
Yep, my name is Bucket Straw Hat.
Nice to meet you, Bucket.
Nice to meet you too.
Well, if you'd like to know, I heard that there was a...
Hey, Brazil, get in here!
Brazil looks up from piles and piles of scrolls on his desk, sighs annoyedly, and walks in. Ah, a customer.
Okay, now you can explain the mission.
Oh, no, I was going to ask. I was hopeful to see the non-vampire within your midst, and this must be she?
I think she's not a vampire. Brazil, you're not a vampire, are you?
No, I'm certainly not a vampire. I'm not also sure that I'm female, but I'm good with it if you guys are.
It's good you're not a vampire, because I'm very afraid of monsters.
He's a new recruit, don't worry. We'll get him accustomed to all the monsters.
Long sigh. Brazil does a long sigh.
Well, I don't know. Let me just tell you, Lord von Hausjäger is willing to pay 1,000 gold pieces to your team.
I'm in.
Oh my god. Well, I guess that's it. So, would you like to know more of what you're going to be doing for the 1,000 gold pieces, or is that?
Yeah, some deeds would be appreciated.
Oh, okay.
Brazil fetches a piece of foolscap and pulls a quill from behind his ear. Yes, all the details we can get. This is going to be a binding contract.
Yes, it will. So, just check out this situation that he's gotten himself into. It's not too bad, but you will need to travel from here to the domain of Mordant, but that will be provided for you. And anything you find during your investigatory mission, you are allowed to keep. The Lord does not need anything that is within the house in which you are going to investigate, nor along the roads in which lead to the house or the grounds around it, or the graveyards or whatever that you come to. You may have anything that you find there that doesn't, like, you can't have like the front door key.
Can we have the house though?
No. See, this is the whole thing, right? Is that the Lord, Victor von Hausjager, he is looking to purchase a house from the Halvrest family. But he needs to do some due diligence before investing in this abandoned property, and that's where you come in. So the house does not currently belong to the Lord, but it should, and it may, depending upon what your investigatory skills provide.
Okay, a secondary question. Can't have the front door key. Can we take the front door?
I would say, depending upon its current state, you probably can. My understanding is that this house has been abandoned for a while, and the front door might not be too sturdy, so it probably will be replaced. So sure, if that's what floats your boat.
Wait, if the front door is getting replaced, surely we could take the front door key, because there's gonna be a different lock.
Okay, you got me there. You can take the front door key, as long as you also take the front door.
Okay, it's a deal.
Yes.
Okay. Tertiary question. How important is the wall plaster to the Lord?
Well, in that it holds up the wall, I would imagine, or it protects the wall, I should say. It doesn't hold it up, let's hope, because that would be really bad. Structurally unsound, as they say, but
Wait, you're saying structurally?
I'm saying if all that was holding the wall up was a plaster, then
Right, and what I'm saying is, when I was doing some reconstruction on the butcher shop, I did use only plaster.
okay, well, we should probably leave here now.
Brazil sighs and says, all load-bearing members to be left in place, where possible, and scribbles that on the page.
Okay.
This house sounds to me like it's worth a lot less than 1,000
Yes.
gold pieces.
Oh, no. This is a very, very, very important house in the domain of Mordant, I will tell you, near Blair's Bay. It's a very prominent place. The family that owned it before, the Halvrest family, they were very, and are still, very prominent in the area, and they own the Wilkspring house as well. But this has been abandoned for a long time, and the Lord von Hausjager is looking to get into real estate, and this is the first purchase that he's hoping to make, and He just wants to make sure it goes good. I mean, he might not buy it if you go in there and you look at it and it's not worth 1,000 gold pieces. Then he obviously would not have to buy it.
But we'll be raising his minimal investment to 1,000 minimum, correct?
I don't understand.
When we do this,
Yes.
when we do this job, we get paid, whether he buys the house or not.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes, you're being hired not to close on the house, as it were, but to close in on the house and investigate, and give that information that you find to his associate, who will meet you at the house, and from that information gleaned from you and your investigators and his agent, he will determine whether or not he is going to purchase the house, but he will still pay you and his associate and me for the jobs that we do.
Okay,
All right, guys. Guys, let's get going quick before they realize that we're not house hunters.
I agree. We did change our name.
We are the Question Corporation. That's right.
Blosfell hands to the Drider, since it's so big and is basically filling up the room.
Did you just call me fat? My goodness, body shaming.
What?
Did you just call me fat?
There are no shamans among this group. Only wizards.
No. I would never. Even though he's sort of made of blue fur, you see he blushes a little bit. No, I would never. What I meant is, you have a reach, and here is a pouch, and he hands out a pouch. This is gold in good faith. The rest will be paid upon completion of the task at hand.
Question. So, you're saying that these are real, genuine gold coins, and not the kind that have chocolate inside, so I should not be eating them.
Well, I do not believe they have chocolate inside.
Okay, alright, I feel like we should be getting paid in chocolate, but okay,
No. Bucket. Okay, let me teach you a little something. A chocolate coin is not worth as much as a gold coin. On the open market, you can exchange one of these gold coins for many, many chocolate coins. These are better than the chocolate ones, I promise you.
I'm just saying the chocolate ones are a snack and also the same color. But
I understand that, but these are better than those.
Okay, well, it beats me. Let's just go to the house, I suppose. There's no monsters there, right?
Okay, and don't take this wrong, but I am gonna put one in my mouth. Not to eat it, I'm checking if it's gold, okay? Don't do this.
Okay, but I'm not, okay. I don't like these double standards of you eating the gold chocolate and me not.
I'm not eating it. I'm just checking if it's gold, okay?
If it's gold chocolate, apparently.
If it's chocolate, I will tell you, and you may eat the rest of them. Okay?
I
bite one of the coins.
It's gold.
It's gold. Don't eat them.
There's 250 of them in that pouch.
That's at least 5.
At least. I think we should get going, guys.
Yes.
And get the other 750 gold pieces.
Just to clarify,
Yes?
there are no monsters in this house we are heading to currently.
I'm sorry. I have not been to the house myself. It's in Mordant. As you may well know, it is called the domain of
No monsters?
the haunted. Maybe some ghosts. I don't really know, but they shouldn't harm you unless you have, for some reason, forsaken them.
Okay. Well, okay, maybe we should just go to the house. I think I'm overthinking this. I think we should just,
Oh, I don't know if you're overthinking anything.
What are you trying to imply about my intelligence, good sir?
Blosfell reaches into his pocket and retrieves a small device. He places it on the floor between the party and himself and then presses a button on the device. The device begins to unfold. Armatures reach forth and turn into legs that brace the device as it rises from the floor. A circle begins to form in front of the device as metal, bone, and leather seem to unfold from nothingness from around this device. Then, a swirling vortex begins to form on the ground under the device. When you are ready, simply step into the portal and you will be whisked away to the beautiful land that is the domain of Mordant. Once there, you will have ample opportunity to shop and rest before you begin your investigations. One word of advice: Do not hold back. Good luck to you all.
Mark, if you'll let me get away with it, Brazel goes to his desk, pulls open the bottom right drawer, and gets out a sling and some sling bullets to carry with him. Because last time, he really needed something to fight at range with, and he didn't have it.
You can get whatever you want.
My weapon of choice is a sling. That's the only weapon I have.
Good. Well, it's a great weapon of choice, and I like to carry my sling bullets in this fashionable bandolier.
Mine are loosely in my pocket.
All right. To each his own.
You guys know that if Bucket holds on to the gold coins, they will be used as sling bullets.
Oh yeah, I should probably take those coins, Bucket. I won't eat them, I promise.
Oh, you better not. I'll be watching you with my
Okay.
4.5 eyes. One of them never fully developed, and I don't want to hear about it, okay? I'm very insecure.
I thought spiders had 8 eyes.
Not me, okay? I'm only half spider, which means,
Then why would you have 5 eyes if one of
It's-
them was fully developed?
it is 5.5. And I said one of them is not fully.
Wait, I thought you said 4.5. How many eyes do you have? I only see 3 of them. Where's the 4th one?
I don't want to talk about it, okay? So,
Okay, I'll leave it. I'll leave it at that. Let's just go through the port key.
Wait a minute, I think that's copywritten also. All right, we're going to go through this vortex.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we'll travel by
With your
vortex.
force sword.
Yeah, with my laser blade.
What occurs is that you materialize in a disused trail, overgrown by weeds and the roots of spindly trees. As you take in your less than beautiful surroundings, a light drizzle begins to fall. There is a wooded crossroads ahead.
So we've got a light drizzle, and what's the lighting condition here?
It's a little overcast.
Overcast, but it's still definitely daytime, we'd say.
Yeah.
I can barely see. I'm blind. My half eye is doing me no good right now.
Oh, Bucket, I never asked. Do you have like reverso vision, where like dark is light and light is dark?
Yeah, basically. I
Okay.
am pretty much, as that singer that I don't know of would say, I'm blinded by the light.
So what do you do?
I think that we should walk down the path. Somebody will have to guide me though. I only know about the path because I heard about it somewhere.
Oh, Bucket. This is gonna sound weird, but open your eyes.
Oh my, I've been blessed by Loth. I have been given the sight. Oh my goodness,
And you notice that you have 6 eyes now? Because one of them was just always closed.
I have all 8 of my spider eyes back. I thought that I lost those in the war.
You were in a war?
You know.
Oh, it was more like a figurative, like mental war against your own history, right? I've had one of those.
Yeah, or like a war against how do I open my eyes and also how do lungs work? Am I supposed to inhale air? Normal things that happen to everybody all the time, every day, not just me.
Was there chocolate in that eye, by chance?
There was a little snack. There was some gold foil in there as well, but it's okay. It's all right. A little snack for the road.
So as you guys approach this wooded crossroads, the leaden rain makes the cloaked form standing there seem all the more unreal. The figure's head snaps up, glaring with piercing yellow eyes. What you took for a cloak spreads around it, revealing itself to be a pair of mighty black wings. With one powerful motion and a blast of chill air, the wings sweep and the vague figure is gone.
Alright, see ya, I guess. Not one for formalities, I suppose.
On the ground, where this winged creature stood, is an object.
Is it a chocolate coin?
It is not.
Okay, Bucket. I'm gonna establish something here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Nothing is going to be a chocolate coin unless I say specifically, this is a chocolate coin. Okay? And when I find a chocolate coin, worry not, I will tell you. But until such point as that, there will be no chocolate coins whatsoever. Okay, I'm gonna go over and grab this thing if that's cool with you.
Although I am new and also not the brightest, I feel as though we should try to look at it before we touch it, because what if it is an infected and rotting chocolate coin? So you don't want to like.
Okay, I'll be careful, Bucket. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and grab the thing.
I mean, Occam's razor, it says it probably would be, so we should check it first. I mean, what else would it be besides a rotting chocolate coin?
Honestly.
That's right.
Infected with some sort of coin virus.
So, Carv, as you go over there, you see this small device. It is sort of shaped like a triangle with a little window in it, like a little circle in it, a hole, if you will. Does anybody want to sort of do a check here to see if you know what this is?
Would insight or like perception? Which one should I do out of those?
It's going to be religion or history.
Oh, I can do religion.
Okay.
My religion and history are both the
Yep.
same, so.
Anybody can do it. All three
Okay.
of you can do it.
Right? Here comes history. Boom, 24.
All right.
14.
That's a 19 from me.
Okay, great. So yeah, all of you know what this is. This is a planchette. That is a device tied to communicating with the dead. You usually use it like with a Ouija board.
Is there any evidence of a Ouija board here?
No.
As far as we can tell, this suspicious character flew away really quickly.
He flew
right?
away. He flew away very quickly. Yes, he flew away
Very quickly.
Yes.
And I mean, like, did we interrupt his seance and all he did was go away with the board?
If you want to give me insight, I can
Sure.
give you a little more info on that. Any of you can do this as well.
Okay. I'm gonna do insight because I have a good one.
I'm sure that we interrupted a seance because I rolled a 1.
Yes.
I got a 19.
You believe it was a chocolate seance.
Dude was communicating with chocolate, guys. It's obvious.
Bucket, yeah, amazingly, maybe you had some sort of, I don't want to call you a monster, okay? But maybe some sort of a monster connection with this other creature. And you realize that, they were pointedly putting this here for you.
Oh, okay.
That the glaring at you was more like a plead.
Okay.
If we've got time for a ritual, I can sit down and do a detect magic on this thing before
Okay.
we start handling it. If you guys think that's valuable.
I communicate what I was just told to the rest of the party. Is there like any way that I could do a roll or something to find more on like what they were trying to communicate to me, or is that all the information I can get?
I think what you realize that they were trying to communicate that they had this thing they wanted you to have.
Okay. So I feel like from what I have just felt in this strange connection that was clearly not a monster connection, because that would be very scary if I was a monster. From this connection that I've just felt, I feel like whoever that was wanted like places here for me and wanted me to find this or like have this in some like spiritual connection way. I feel as though what this creature is telling me and pleading to me is that this is for me. Yeah, that is what I strongly believe.
Bucket, although it's obvious to me that this was a confectionery seance, I am willing to support you in this choice. Do you want to take possession of it right away, or would you be willing to wait 10 minutes for me to detect any possible magic that is here within this planchette or in our immediate surroundings?
So I would be fine with you doing a detect magic. I would enjoy holding it first though, because I just want to know if there is like me holding it gives me some different connection, or if I can find out anything else by like just touching it or like holding it or something.
Sure, and we could learn a lot more from it. Like that's basically detect poison.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's a twofer. All right, so I'm going to sit down and start my detect magic ritual.
Okay.
But you guys go ahead, do whatever else you want. I'm doing that for 10 minutes.
Okay, so as you begin to incant your detect magic, the rain sort of picks up, and it's coming down pretty hard at this point in time. But you finish your detect magic, and you do get some faint magic in the areas surrounding you in these mists. But I mean, the mists kind of look sort of off anyway. But no magic is detected from this planchette. It is just simply needs to be paired with a Ouija board and probably in a seance or something, whatever you do with it.
Okay. So, once that detect magic is over, right? And I hold it. Does anything happen by me holding it, or should I make like another, like?
No, it's just a mundane object.
Okay. I think that we should hold on to this, and possibly in this house that I am praying to my God is not haunted by monsters. Maybe we will find a Ouija board, as they say.
It's a Wheezy board.
Yeah, but I feel like if we do find one in the hopefully unhaunted mansion / house, we could do a little as they say down south, religion check to see if we can create a seance.
All right. We need to find one of these Ouija boards.
Wait, I thought you could just make one. Can I just draw one in the dirt?
Sure. You can do that.
I think it's possible to do that, but
It's quickly becoming mud.
Oh, I forgot it's raining. We should go to the town.
a serious question.
Serious answer.
Do you think that in this town there will be a shop that happens to sell coins that may or may not be made out of a substance that is sweet and can be referred to as brown and possibly even chocolatey?
Yes, we can get some caramel coins when we're there. Don't worry.
Alright, okay. Well,
I know you meant chocolate. That was a funny goof 'em ups bucket.
okay, good. Ha 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 ha.
All right, let's go.
All right, which way do you guys go? You have a road that
Oh, right. We don't know where the town
Yep,
is.
you have a road that heads to the west, one that goes to the northwest, one that goes directly to the north, one that goes to the northeast, directly to the east, southeast, and southwest. Nothing that goes directly south.
Is there some way that I could use my abilities to determine which is the most well-traveled road and therefore leads to town?
Yes, you can murder Bryzel.
You could try.
I mean, I don't know what your abilities are beyond carving people to pieces.
I meant my abilities as in stats on my character sheet.
Aren't they all just carve?
Yeah, actually, they are. I haven't noticed that.
Carve a way through the wilderness.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll slash my way through the forest.
If
Figuratively.
you got something on your sheet that you think will help you, by all means, roll it.
No, I'm just saying I don't know what it is what I would roll to determine which is the most well-traveled road. That's what I want to do.
Well, you can't really tell. The roads are all at this point muddy, and there's no indication of any ruts or paths or footprints. And the fog that surrounds these places lets you see about 50 feet or so down each road. And then it's obscured completely by this semi-magical mist.
Okay.
If let's remember the map. So I think it's Blair's Bay that we're headed. Is that right, Mark?
That is correct.
And that was a coastal town, right?
That is correct.
Do we smell like salt on the air? Do we hear waves breaking in the distance?
You do not.
Okay. And where was Waterdeep in relation? We were in Waterdeep, and
That's
we
correct.
were, I think, we were east of Blair's Bay, or Blair's Bay was west of us. Is that right? I can't remember.
No. Waterdeep is in a completely different sort of domain of the world.
Very far away.
You're extremely far away.
Okay, so I have a question. Does anybody here remember like when we first, like appeared basically, where the planchette was facing, because maybe that might be like that's just what I'm thinking. Is like I know that it's muddy now, and so we can't really see like if there was like an indent or
Wait,
anything.
it's like a puck, right? It doesn't really have a direction.
Well, a planchette is like it's like it's like a little bit pointed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a
Looks
triangle.
like
Correct.
like a triangle.
So wouldn't that mean it points in 3 directions?
Oh
If it
well,
was a
but it's
triangle?
it's like an elongated triangle, and then there's a hole near the bottom.
Oh, it's an icosahedral triangle. No, wrong. Isosceles triangle.
Yeah, cause the hole is where you see the letters or numbers, or like.
Okay, I thought it was one of those things where it just goes on top of the letter, like a puck.
It basically looks like the letter A, and you slide it around the board, and whatever you read is in the upper triangle of the letter A.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not really a Ouija, you know?
Right.
Understandable. Is there any way that like I could remember which way?
History.
I will roll.
History.
Recent history. Very recent history.
Okay. I got a 20.
Oh,
I got a 21.
very good. When you picked it up, it was heady. It was the the tip of it was pointing southwest.
I think that we should go southwest. Like
Is there
Okay, but
a clear path to the
Okay.
the
southwest?
grill.
if this town was southwest of us, we would be in the ocean.
But it's near the ocean, right? So we want that.
No, I'm saying if we were northeast of this town, we would be in the ocean or directly on the coast.
Maybe there's just a little. Maybe
That's not correct.
I don't agree with your logic, even though.
You're holding the map upside down. So I vote for anything that has the word west.
I think that we should go southwest, like the grill. I think that we should go the grill way.
Okay, whatever. We can follow the spooky triangle. I don't care.
It's like haunted.
No, more like spooky in the sense that we don't know its origin and therefore it confuses us to a point of being scared of what it might mean and what it might not mean.
You know what confuses me to a point of being scared? What you just said. I'm so confused.
Let's go southwest.
Go west.
Okay, so you begin to walk southwest, and you walk and walk and walk, and you walk for what seems like hours. Your legs grow a little weary, and your pack and clothes are sodden upon your body, sort of saps any optimism you might still have. As you feel the urge to turn back, you find yourself in a familiar crossroads.
S of a B. I start looking to the slightly southwest of where we are for the area that we both remembered so well, where the planchette was dropped.
Yeah.
Have we walked southwest in a more or less straight direction and arrived at where we were?
That's what it looks like. But you can't
Ah,
tell.
frackin', frackin'.
The ground is completely covered in mud at this point.
Damn, it's one of those magic-y thingamajigs.
What if we now go the opposite way of south?
Northeast?
You've solved the puzzle.
Yes, because maybe the planchette was maybe the planchette was tricking
Okay.
us.
I have a crazy idea. What if it has absolutely fucking nothing to do with the planchette?
Maybe you are a little bit hangry and need some chocolate coins because you're being very aggressive
I'm just saying,
right now.
my initial reaction was that this is a planchette that flying boy wanted to give to you or us, whatever. I don't see why he would be like, yo, the town's this way. He didn't seem like that much of a welcoming fellow, was all I'm saying.
My observation is that you owe me 3 warm fuzzies for how rude you just were, and
Okay, I'm sorry. Your legs are very long and spindly, and they seem very effective for moving rapidly. Your eyes are in ample supply.
thank you for the warm fuzzies.
During this conversation, Brazil shakes his head and wanders over to this southern point here, and from available stones and, if necessary, sticks, I build one of those little cairns,
Yeah.
one of those little piles of rocks that hikers are always building.
Yep, for sure.
So that it's obvious that we've been there. so that when we leave again, if we come back, we'll have this as a landmark.
Yeah, it's just like the ball bearing.
Yeah. Only it is distinguishable from other objects, other thousands of objects that would look like it.
All right. Which way do you guys head
yeah.
off?
I vote west, guys. This is just my instinct. But I'm fine if you guys both feel we should go somewhere else. I think if we were to go northeast, we would be retracing our steps, and so we should not be surprised if we got back to where we embarked from. But I'm willing to try that too, because the only explanation I can think of as to how we would get back to where we were already is that we're walking around on some sort of sphere or cylinder. And as we know, all terrain is flat infinitely in all directions. So that's almost impossible.
That's right.
Of course, we're standing on Euclidean geometry right now. I'm not worried about that fact.
That's a known fact.
Agreed. Okay, so I think that we maybe we should go west then.
Okay.
I have no preference.
My thought is this: the town who we know as Blair's Bay is on a coast with the ocean to its west. So I'm hoping that if we're anywhere near it, we can't possibly go too far west without hitting the ocean. That's the beginning, middle, and end of my vast logic on this.
But what if we were, like, directly south of it?
Still hit the ocean.
What if we were, like, kind of far south of it?
Ocean.
Okay, we should just go west, right?
Let's try it. Something tells me we're just going to end up right here at my buddy Karen the Cairn. Karen the Cairn. We're going to be visiting Karen in very short order. I would guess something like about 12 squares from here.
So you guys head out west?
Okay.
Yep. Let's go west.
You walk for what seems like hours. Your legs grow weary, and your packing clothes, sodden upon your body, saps any optimism you might still have out of your body.
My optimism!
You feel the urge to turn back, although you don't know if you can make it back as tired as you feel now. Just as you're about to give up and rest, you find yourself back at a familiar-looking crossroads. And Karen is here.
You ever get that feeling of deja vu?
S of a B. Yeah, we're going to need to wander around. Something tells me we are in a very finite plane here. My vast first level magical training makes me think that I bet we're going to need to find some sort of way out of this other than walking. Mark, has the weather or the lighting conditions changed?
Not really. It seems like you guys have probably walked for 6 hours at this point, but you don't notice any difference in the lighting conditions, and the rain is fully upon you still.
Bryzel's pointing angrily at the sky. The shadows should have changed. The sun should have moved. This is bullshine.
Brazel, you cast Detect Magic earlier, right?
I did.
Was this whole shit magical?
No. There was some faint magic in the mist in the air. The planchette was not magical. Nothing around here was magical. That's right.
Right, but the fog all around you.
The fog
yeah.
seemed magical.
Yep.
But it wasn't like blazing, angry magic. It just seemed faint.
It wasn't the type of magic. There was some magical stuff to it, but it wasn't some magician's spell.
Right.
You were in the domain of Mordant. It's something beyond.
All right. I want to fire my sling down one of these here paths.
Oh my God! Yes, please.
Ow!
Anyway, which direction do you fling your bullet 150 feet?
Okay, I'm gonna shoot my sling south.
So it hits a bunch of bushes and it's gone.
A sling bullet tree grows right where it fell.
Okay, can I shoot another one?
Sure. Yeah.
Don't hit Karen.
Oh no, I want to shoot it this direction.
Oh, so that's southeast. Yeah, you fire off your sling and it goes down the path, and then the sling bullet lands over like here, splashing in the water.
It's one of those portal chamber thingies.
Where did it land? I couldn't see it. Oh.
So this is an auditory medium, so
Oh.
that was northwest.
Thank you.
So it wrapped around the map it Pac-Man'd around our world.
That is correct. And you
Yes.
guys did as well. You went southwest and you ended up northeast.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Okay, so the only one that doesn't have a path opposite of it is north.
Well observed. Let's do that. Let's go north. And I'm going to cast light on a pebble, and I'm going to hold it ahead of us in my mage hand, and head north using that. I'll hold it 30 feet ahead of me the whole way, and use that to hopefully help us inspect.
Damn, using those cantrips to their max.
That's how you
If
cantrip.
only we had those in the spooky dungeon on Halloween.
Yeah, I know. I wish I'd had them, but I didn't realize they were missing from the sheet.
All right, you're going north.
North.
You walk for what seems like hours. Your legs grow weary, and your pack and clothes sodden upon your body feel somewhat lighter as you see a flickering light in the distance.
Ah.
Gradually, the haze and brush give way, revealing a bald hilltop. There stands a grim black tower, the last defiant turret of a long crumbled fortress. Attached to this tower is a 3-story manor house, weather-beaten and veined with ivy. A porch girds the house, its sagging roof sheltering a stout front door that stands open, and from within a flickering light emits. I can move you to that map.
Real quick before this scene, Thomas, did you get a doll last time?
I did.
Do you currently have the doll?
I'm sure I do, unless Mark says I don't.
You do.
And I forgot what it does, though. I downloaded it and then promptly forgot it. So I'll try to look that up as we go.
Okay. I would like to know what it does when you figure it out, because
So it's got a little thing that and you can do this now. You have to roll for what spell it has at the beginning of the day, and it can use it 3 times.
whoa, that's good.
Yeah.
What do I roll?
I think it's a D20. Do you not have the sheet?
Percentage?
I'll find the sheet.
Well, I think I do. Let me see.
I'll find the sheet real quick.
I can't remember if I actually downloaded it.
Is it one of those things where you like have a 90% chance to get oil slick and a 10% chance to get lightning bolt?
All right, so here's what it is. So you have obtained a magical doll from Ordenkinen's haunted mansion. Each of these dolls has a special ability that may benefit the character who possesses it and spends a night sleeping with the doll in their presence. Once a night has been spent with the doll in a character's possession, the doll and character are bonded until either the doll is destroyed, the character dies, or a different character bonds with the doll. Each doll has 3 spell slots in which to cast their spell. After a long rest, the doll regains all spent spell slots. At the end of a long rest, the player must roll 1d12 and consult the following chart to determine what the doll's ability is for the next 12 hours or until the next long rest. The doll will cast a spell only if directed by the character with whom they have bonded. So if you want to roll a d12 right now, I can tell you what the spell is.
I just rolled it and I rolled a 1.
It is Bless.
Bless. Okay.
Yep. If a creature is holding the doll, either physically or on their person, the target is that creature. This includes the PCs. If no one has possession of the doll, the target is randomly determined by rolling 1d4 against the target table below. And the target table below has random, includes all creatures, NPCs, and PCs within range of the spell, a random ally, a random enemy, or the PC's choice. So if you roll a 4, you get the PC's choice.
And Bless has multiple targets, so how does that work?
It seems like the only way to get multiples is if we get I think it's number 2 on the 1d4.
Wait, but if you're holding it, you choose the targets, right?
No, if I'm holding it, it's me.
But Bless has to target 4, I thought.
I don't know what it does, but if it targets more than 4 or more than 1, right? If any of these things target more than 1, and I feel like it doesn't. I think Bless targets 1 person, just like Bane targets 1 person. But ting.
Yeah.
That was me setting down my light, which hit my coffee mug, so I could start typing on my keyboard.
I mean, it's a good cover story, but you've got your player's handbook has a metal cover, and you just drew it out of a scabbard.
Blessed up to 3 creatures of your choice within range.
Okay, so there you go. The reason why it says this is because there's a bunch of different things in here that have 1s. So like Bless, Bane, Cure Wounds, Inflict Wounds, those are all either the person holding it, or if it's set down, if no one has possession, the target is randomly determined. So basically, like if you want to cure wounds, then you hand the doll to whoever needs to cure wounds, right? If
Gotcha.
Imagine inflict wounds.
Uh-huh.
Here, take this doll. Ah!
exactly, or stick it on them or something, right? But then there's also like light, darkness, thunder wave, gust of wind, and fireball. This spell is centered on the doll and emanates out of the doll, regardless of where the doll is located. The doll can be told when to cast the spell. For instance, a character can place the doll on the floor and tell the doll to cast a spell if anyone other than one of the party members enters within the spell's range, effectively creating a trap using the doll. And then the last type of spell, Mend, for instance, says this spell affects any object the doll is within close proximity of, less than 5 feet, or that is touching. So, yeah, so that was a little diversion. So, here you go. So you guys, I've moved you to the front of the house. This is what you see.
Okay, spooky. Very spooky. So we're going to use this doll for bless when we need to, but not right away. We still don't smell salt in the air, do we?
Maybe slightly.
Maybe slightly? Alright, guys, I doubt this is the house that we're looking for, but it is a house, and it's perhaps the only feature that doesn't double back on itself here in this crazy...
When you're right, you're right. This is most certainly a house.
Let's check it out. Brazel, holding that light in front of him, is just going to slowly walk up the stairs and then move to the edge of the door.
Okay.
And then hold the light sort of in the door so the others can see inside.
Okay. So you step upon the porch. Its boards creak beneath your feet. And then suddenly in the doorway stands a man with a bald head ringed by white hair. His beard mere stubble upon his face. He adjusts his spectacles and calls to you. Ah, at last! There you are! Do come in! And he steps aside, allowing you all to enter.